Okay, so for this first simplifying radicals problem, we've got the square root of 176. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is we need to make a list of our perfect squares. Okay, and to get the list of perfect squares, all we're going to do is we're going to just do like 1 times 1 to get the first one, which is 1. Then we do 2 times 2, and we get 4. 3 times 3 is going to give us 9. 4 times 4 is 16, and I'm just going to keep going. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 6 is 36. 7 times 7 is 49. I'm going to loop it so that you guys could still see it. So that was 7 times 7. 8 times 8 is 64. 9 times 9 is 81. 10 times 10 is 100. 11 times 11 is 121. 12 times 12 is 144. 13 times 13, I think, is 169. Oops, 13 times 13, 169. Okay, and it looks like I'm just going to have to go up one more higher to get up to above 176. So let's do 14 times 14 is 196. Okay, so we could stop here because this number is bigger than my square root. Okay, that's how you know you could stop. Now, we're going to try to find the biggest one that can go into it evenly. Now, 196 is out because it's too big. You want it to make sure it fits in evenly. So what we're going to do is we're just going to divide and see which one gives us a whole number answer. So when I divide by 169, I get a decimal, so that one can't be. I'm going to try 144 next, decimal. 121, decimal. 100, decimal. 81, there's another decimal. 64, that's a decimal. That's a nicer looking decimal, so maybe we're getting closer. Next up is 49, decimal. 36, that's a decimal. 25, decimal. 16, oh, that's a whole number. So as soon as we find the whole number, we can stop checking, and we're going to rewrite this as the square root of 16 and whatever we got when we divided. So when we divided by 16, we got 11. So we're going to write this as the square root of 11. Now, if you're doing the guided practice from before, which is right here, you would put in your 16 and your 11, and you would click try, and it'll take you to the next step. Okay, so now what we got to do is we have to say, well, what was the square root of 16? So square root of 16, if we put it into decimals, or if you know it off the top of your head, you can just write it down, is 4. So we've got 4, and then we bring down square root of 11. If we picked out the biggest perfect square, this one should never have a square root. That's nice. If we picked out the biggest, it should never have a square root. So we would do 4 and 11, and we would submit our answer. And we got it right. We got the big old green check mark. Okay. You could see this is the fast path that we just took. There is also a slow path if you would rather. This time on the slow path, you'll notice that they did 4 instead of 16 here. So they didn't pick out the biggest perfect square. That's why we always go up our list so that we could find the largest one.